In your shark kit, you should have 2 6x4 wedges. One is a top wedge and one is a bottom wedge. You see, they go like this. Don't stick them together like this. This is just to show you. This one is the top one and this one is the bottom one. The top one has 4 solid studs here and the bottom one has hollow studs. And then similarly, you have a 3x4 top wedge and a 4x4 bottom wedge. They may not be exactly the same colors as mine, but they should be the same shapes. You also are going to have a fin piece, a tail piece that we're going to use for a fin, and then this piece here, which we're going to use for his tail. You should have 2 studs for eyes. You should have a 1x4 arch. You should have 5 2x4 plates, which can be a mixture of colors, 1 1x4 plate, and then 1 3x6 wedge plate. Now, let's get building. So, the first step, hold on a second. So the first step is to take 2 of your 2x4 wedge plates and stick them together. Choose, if you have a 2x4 plate that is not grey or black, definitely use that or those plates now, because this is a bit we're not going to see. Okay, so you make a brick like that, and then you take your smaller bottom wedge piece, the one that is 4x4, and you see the way it has 2 studs that are solid and then 2 studs that are hollow. You are going to stick this onto the 2 solid studs. So now it looks like an arrow shape. Now you're going to take your other bottom wedge and you're going to stick your arrow into it. So these are connected using that brick you made out of the plates. Now, your next step is take one of your plates that is grey or black, that matches your general shark colours, and we're going to stick it on one end of the shark. Now you want to make sure, this is tricky, you want to make sure you're sticking it on the end of the longer wedge. If I turn it upside down, you can see very easily. This is the short wedge and this is the long one. I'm going to stick my plate on the long end so that it sticks out just by 1 stud at the end, like just a 1x2 space at the end sticking out there. And then I'm going to take this 3x6 wedge plate and I'm going to stick it down just above that 2x4 plate. So again, I'm making an arrow shape. Now I'm going to take my 1x4 plate and it is going to stick across just above the arrow. So the arrow is pointing up to this line that I have made. We're going to take the 2 brightly coloured studs and stick them one on each end of the line. That's where the eyes are going to be. Now, you have 2 2x4 plates left, and one of them is going to stick down between the eyes, but going forward by 1 stud. So there's a 1x2 studs that are sticking up above the line on the eyes here, and it goes back by 2 studs below the eyes. Now you're going to take the smaller of your 2 top wedges, and you see it has a bite in the underneath of it, and that bite is going to go onto those first 2 studs on that 2x4 plate, like that. And now you take your other 2x4 plate and you're going to stick it on right behind that wedge. And now you're going to take your 1x4 arch and stick it across from one eye to the other eye. Now you have your last big top wedge and it sticks on right behind that curve. And then all we have left are the tail piece, which has 2 fins sticking out at the sides, and then the shark fin that goes on top, so that you know that he's a shark.